that's fine. It might save a turn on the currying. It might do nothing, but
All
it's
right.
not like there's anywhere else he needs to be right now,
Yeah.
since he needs to heal before you bring him into another fight, probably. That was interesting. That was the shortest movement path. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I probably should have moved. The dwarf axeman out of the city?
Why?
No, he wouldn't be blocking him.
He
Huh?
moved through the
Oh yeah,
Axeman,
you're
right?
right. That would. Huh?
Did he just move through the Axeman on his movement path, or did he move around
I
the
thought he
city?
went above it, but I'm not
He
sure.
might have. It
He
sometimes.
would have. It wouldn't have blocked him, would it?
I mean, it would have been a shorter movement path. You didn't need to move the Axeman out. You could have merged into the Axeman and then moved the rest of the way.
Yeah.
It might have let him move a tile further.
Hmm.
But, I mean, it's fine. One tile. Hex, it probably either doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. Uh, how many turns to courier it to
2 turns.
Shira? 2 turns? Yeah, I doubt it would have gone down to 1. So either he was already, close
Yeah.
enough, or it was 3 before and he saved a turn, or it was gonna be 2 either way. So, yep,
All right. Oh, and he also leveled up.
yeah, it's true.
Oh, warm at night. All units in the hero's army gain 40% frost protection.
Only works if he's the army leader though, and you're
Oh yeah, that's true. I need to get him his own army.
yeah, Awenest as your country leader will almost always lead the army instead of him.
Yeah,
So,
unless
um,
we got multiple armies.
yeah, you would need to have his own army.
Because it'll up like if I have two armies fighting in one battle.
Each one will get. It's just based on what they were
Yeah.
where they were stacked
Yeah.
on the map.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. So
But
I could get like 6 of these per army bonuses with 6 heroes and 6 armies and
yeah,
all in one battle. Still fine.
I am looking at the Archon casters. They do use Blight, Frost, and Spirit. Does he have any? How much does that cost though?
4 points.
Huh? Does he have any like army Blight protection? Because they actually rely a little more on Blight. Like their casters do Blight and
He
melee,
Oh yeah, natural immunity for plus 40% army blight protection.
and that's the same cost. I'm assuming
Yeah, also,
as
also 4 points.
yeah.
He's
That
also got some spells. Twisting Roots for. No, I don't need that. I have that on ONS.
yeah.
True
Uh,
Sight, Swimming, Spirit of the Land, Spirit Protection, Shock Protection, Savage Rage,
does he have any
Nourishing Meal,
one
Night
cost
Vision.
things?
Oh, one cost? Personal Blight Protection for himself costs 1.
That's all that's available for one.
That and Shock Protection and Spirit Protection for himself.
Uh, So yeah, I guess I would just go hard on the blight protection. Rhyme Fire relies in equal parts on blight, frost, and spirit, but the Archon casters do melee strikes with blight. So if you charge one of them, say with Shane, he'll be better protected against the retaliations with blight protection. So I'd probably do natural immunity in the blight protection,
Yeah.
uh, and that'll make the whole stack. It'll help counter any elves their natural weakness to blight, but even the dwarves who are naturally resistant to blight, they'll just be
Yeah,
even more
it'll add.
resistant. Yeah. I mean, it's not like there's time to live kind of stuff, but you're gonna save
Oh,
the
and there's
same
night
amount of
vision, but
damage.
I don't think night vision better than blight protection?
No, it's pretty.
Okay.
I find it to be pretty marginal usually
Yeah.
to give a hero.
All right.
I forget, what does night vision even say it does? It's just like +1
Two
range.
extra range when underground.
Yeah, I guess yeah, your units don't see nearly as far underground. So for a scout, maybe, but we're on turn, God, what, 30 already? Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
starting to. I've already scouted out a lot of the underground with my Tigrin, and you got that Shock Serpent Ghoul scouting in another direction.
Yeah.
I guess there is more to scout out after we do that quest, but yeah, I would just do the Blight Protection.
All right.
Um,
Then What should I do with the rest of my army?
Hold on. I'm just checking the stats in your heroes. Yeah, Shane has less resistance than Ominous. So yeah, it's good. These gets the blight protection. That'll really help him if he charges the Archon casters at some point, and he's in his. What to do with the rest of the army there?
Yep.
Um, I think the Archon spawns are in a mean time to happen, although there may be a minimum time between spawns. So I would
So
probably
get back
just,
to the city.
yeah, I would probably just get the rest of the units back to the city. You got 6 of them in total, so the only thing you really need to think about is which ones you want stacked with ONS for her natural immunity, nature's resistance, and
Oh,
which with
the Dread
Shane.
Spider's out of movement.
Yep. Um, yeah, I can't move this turn anyhow. You're producing stone walls and Fugald, right?
Yep. In 2 turns.
Yeah. So I would just stack all the units in the city then on that like central tile, because you have to defend the central.
Um, we'll have to leave one behind.
Huh? Oh, one of the axemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would move. Well, no, because there's always a tiny chance that bloody a. Um. Yeah, the AI is fairly aggressive and it's very little chance of spying ways. I would just stack the other axemen with your hero. There's very little odds of them ignoring the hero and going right for the city center. I'm
Okay.
not even completely sure that someone on the outskirts doesn't defend. I know that they help in the city battle if the city center is guarded for sure. But even if that's not the case, I don't think the AI is going to, and there's probably won't spawn this turn anyways. So yeah. Do you have any other units got any movement? I know there was that snafu with
Not
the.
down here. Well, I guess Prospector has enough movement to backtrack a single tile.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did
I
you
think that's
click the
pretty much
thing
it.
to have him wait a turn so that it won't bug you?
Yep.
All right. So it's not telling you; it's telling you you're done with all movement for the turn.
Yeah. Unless I've got somebody camping somewhere.
I don't think you do. Let me save a second case. Because after oh, it goes right to my turn. It doesn't go. Yeah, you don't. No need for that then. I'll save anyways. The only thing I can think of is if it tries to offer me a hero to recruit, and then the hero like there's a bug, like it tries to do something invalid and the game crashes. I've never seen it happen, but I suppose it's possible. Anyways, you could just hit end turn.
All right.
Oh,
All in
wait,
there. Oh,
wait.
what's up?
There is one thing I almost forgot. Uh, diplomatic deals with me. Uh, because I don't think there is anything. And if I send you something, we have to wait for the independence to move before you can accept. But if you send me something,
Oh, yeah.
I can accept immediately. How much mana do you have? Because I'm really low on mana.
Uh, I have 380.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely use some mana. If you want to send me like 180 of that, because I keep chewing through it so fast with spells and stuff and summoning militia. Raising militia
All
actually
right.
costs mana, even though it's like not really a spell, you know? Calls the
Yeah.
Empire citizens to battle, costs mana. A lot of the ward stuff is like very mundane, not really magical, and it still costs mana. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Right.
But how much money do you have? I might be able to send you some gold.
250.
250? Uh, 166. Oh, you sent me a bunch of gold. I might be able to. Well, no, because then I would need to turn around. How much do you bring in a turn?
157.
Oh. Yeah, and you're about to complete stone walls in the like how many turn? I assume you have stone walls one turn to completion in the
Where?
in your dwarven city in Illinois. Those are both one turn on this.
Mm, not in the Dwarven City. Illinois, yeah, I think that's at a turn.
Yeah.
The Dwarven City should be 2 turns still, though.
Oh, and Eleanor is one. I'm just trying to figure out how much gold you need to spend next turn on like stuff. Your
Oh,
capital is
you want
doing
me to
how
check?
yeah. Your capital is doing housing, I think, to rush the metropolis, and Miss Dale is still working on that war hall. So I guess everything hinges in Eleanor. Because if I get over 1,000 gold, I get like an empire-wide happiness bonus as long as I have more than a
Illinois
thousand.
is 1 turn away from building a stone wall. Mistale is 4 turns away from Warhol. And Fugol is 2 turns away from Stonewall. So it depends on what I want to build in Illinois. Which
Bu- bu-
will probably be, I don't know.
let's see. You're about to the stone wall. You got the shooting range. Bu- 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 bu-
More units, maybe.
maybe. Take a quick look at the city. What buildings? They have a builder's hall, right? They would have
Yep.
to do a stone wall.
Could build a storehouse.
You could, but I was gonna say you might actually want another builder so you can throw up forts quicker, so you can keep
Oh,
clearing
yeah.
these treasure sites and expand your domain.
So
Uh,
60 gold. That's not a bad idea. I can queue one up right now, actually.
how much does a builder cost though?
Just 60.
Oh, only 60?
Yep.
Yeah, won't detract. And how much do you bring in a turn again?
150.
Oh yeah, so you could send me like 90 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
can afford that.
or 160. You could send me everything you got in reserve. The reason why is if I have over 1,000 gold, I get a happiness buff until I'm below 1,000 again, and that'll make my cities grow faster and produce
Oh,
more gold and stuff. So if you can lend me
yeah.
some gold for a turn or two, and then when you need to build stuff again, so I would hold on to it, and then on your next turn you would send me an offer requesting gold, I think, and on the beginning of my turn I would send you it, so I would get 1 turn of gold benefit. It's a very minor optimization, but it will help my cities grow faster, I guess. Produce a little more mana and knowledge. Probably most important is the knowledge. My cities are not producing much knowledge.
How much gold did you say?
Uh, everything you've got in reserve, all of it. You should have enough income next turn to build everything you need. And I'm gonna need to queue up some stuff. I'm gonna have to carefully budget to not go below 1,000. So the
All
more
right.
you can, yeah, and then I'll just have to send you the gold back. On your next turn, you can ask for it because you should be able to build what you need that turn, and then request so that you can have at the beginning of your turn, or I can do it on my turn. It doesn't matter. You just need the gold on the turn after. Yep. So I'm just doing
Okay.
laboratory, another sun guard, and well, actually that's it. I only have 2 cities. Uh, all right, and yeah, you can end the turn once you got the.
Won't I need 160 gold?
Hmm.
160?
What about 160?
Won't I need 160 gold, not 157?
For what?
For a stone wall and builder?
You already paid for the stone wall. You pay for it when you
Oh,
win
you pay for it
something
when you
and
queue it up.
No, you don't pay when you queue it up. You pay for it when it enters production. The first turn you
I
start
see.
building.
Okay. All
That's
right.
why it was, yeah, everything that you're currently producing, you've already paid for.
Okay. All right.
And at the
I
start
see.
of your next turn, you'll bring in enough gold to start in that builder. So,
All
and
right. So
actually,
now that I've got that in the turn.
yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I think 1,000 is the threshold for a wealthy empire. I'm about to find out. Where is? Oh, you received a proposal. Here we go. Gold, mana, accept. Okay, now do I get the wealthy empire modifier? Should be actually empire happiness, shouldn't it? Base happiness modifiers. Where would I see it? It's alignment. Uh, founded a city, made a city a vassal. Goblins hate me. The high elves actually dislike me. Where is the empire modifier? Ah, I didn't get wealthy empire this turn. It might not queue up for a turn. Oh, here it is. I do have it. Base happiness modifiers. Wealthy empire plus 100 happiness. Joe?
Sorry. What was that? It's
Oh, I
plus
was
100.
yeah, I was looking
Uh,
around. I found it. Yeah, all my cities are 100 happier right now, which okay, that doesn't affect
oh.
my
Okay.
capital actually cuz they no, both of my cities I, it doesn't look like due to rounding, it doesn't look like it made either of my cities happier, but it does make my armies happier. And I am going to be fighting some battles, so it increased my chances of crits this turn. Um uh like yeah, okay, rounding doesn't. Is there any unit that the rounding works for here? uh, trying to see if that was irrelevant. Maybe, maybe not. It might be that all my units are at the same morale level, even though they're 100 happier. Everything works in increments of 200 in this game. So, oh well. I'm not gonna look at every single unit. Some units may or may not be happier. My cities didn't directly benefit yet. Uh, excuse me. Um, cool. Got a laboratory. Uh, whew. Much does a settler cost? 250 gold. Eh. Hmm. Interestingly, I can train berserkers, and my berserkers get pounce, which is pretty cool. So you know how you saw those, Joe?
Saw what?
You know, you saw my like cheetahs like instantly jumping to enemy units before.
Yep.
That was due to pounce. So yeah, my berserkers now actually can start off with pounce.
Oh,
That's
your
the
berserkers have that
yeah.
skill?
It's the
Cool.
tiger. Every unit's a little bit. Every shared unit, like class units, is a little different based on your race or the race of
Yeah.
the city producing. I should say it's not your leader; it's the city's race of the unit.
Yeah.
Tiger and berserkers start with pounce and bloodthirsty, so which actually makes them pretty good. Looking how they compare to can't produce them there. Only my capital. They have the same upkeep as a prowler, more health, same movement, better defenses. They deal more damage. Interesting. They inflict bleeding wounds at lower level. Huh. Okay, yeah. These guys are pretty good. The berserkers, I should definitely train some at some point. They're almost strictly better than prowlers, except that they lack martial arts skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they take more damage from retaliations, but they deal more damage, and they can inflict bleeding at a lower rank. They don't have to gain as much experience, and they can pounce. So yeah, um, interesting. Just got the tech
Pagan
to produce.
Crusaders have Sun Shield too.
Yeah. There's a few units that pikemen. My pikemen get Sun Shield, which is warlord. It's like a high level pike unit that only warlords get. Uh, sorry, did I
Ah.
say pikemen? Phalanx. My phalanxes they get Sun Shields. So yeah, tiger and warlords are very capable.
Yeah.
Um,
Ah. Okay.
I
Sweet.
get mounted archers and uh, tiger and mounted archer shoots a bow. It doesn't shoot, but it does gain razor projectiles for a low rank. Um, monster hunters. And monster hunters are like hunters, but they wear armor. What tier, out of curiosity, your hunters were tier 1, right? Were they tier 2 units?
I think they're one. High Elf Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Four upkeep.
Yeah. Yeah, they're tier 1. So monster hunters, like, they have a lot of the same strengths and weaknesses as hunters, but they're tier 2, so they gain more stats as they level. Their stats are a little higher, and they wear
Yeah.
armor. And they're still just as mobile as hunters are normally. So look at the tiger ones. Yeah, they can inflict bleeding wounds, which is nice. But they shoot a light crossbow, which only fire once. Uh, hmm. Grace Junction, basic seafaring, cleanse the land.
Monster Hunters are Warlord.
Um, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. They're more expensive than hunters, but better basically. But warlords do get extra gold, so yeah. The big thing that druids get is you can summon animals, and that allows you to put more like money into developing your cities and growing out more cities. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, probably it won't be too long until more settlers would be worthwhile for you. And and that nice fertile domain spell makes your seas all grow faster. Like I don't get anything like that. In fact, my seas grow slower because I'm recruiting militia from them. So,
Yeah.
uh, killing spree. Yeah, these are all okay. Spells, empire upgrade should be like that. Warrior culture, voluntary union, so I can absorb faster after conquering. Uh, Graves Junction. What's my mana capacity? 500. I don't really need that. Uh, bu- bu- bu. Fairfield's a joint empire for like 300 gold. Jeez, they want a lot of money. Oh yeah, I gotta get an army over to Fairfields to clear the inn there at this point.
The inn? Oh, that one, yeah. And the magma forge while you're over there.
Yeah.
So, does the buildings that show up on fertile domain? Does that actually like do anything, or is that just aesthetic? Like the all the little houses that show up on fertile domain, the more population you have.
Huh?
Sorry, fertile plains. Fertile plains.
Oh, I thought you said, like Fertile Domain doesn't
Not
make more
not
houses.
domain.
I was confused. Very
Yeah, fertile
confused.
plains within your domain. I was what I was thinking, but
It's just aesthetic. You
yeah,
should see in my tutorial campaign, which I might go and do a let's play at some point. I just got very just for decoration, turning plains, turning territory, turning terrain into fertile plains or barrens just to make houses on certain tiles or not, even though it was draconians and they don't like fertile plains and they like barrens. So it was purely
yeah,
for aesthetics. It's just
yeah.
decorating the map because I
It
felt like
it
it
is. Yeah, that is kind of weird that they only put the housing on the fertile domain and not.
on the fertile plains. Yeah.
Yes, I did. I said it again. On the fertile plains instead of whatever the biome they actually preferred is.
Yeah. I mean,
But it's just aesthetic. It's not too
yeah.
important.
Yeah, true. Folks on YouTube, I'm gonna cut this here. Start the second video. Probably all we'll get to. Wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home.